It is with a great sense of humility and honor that I, as Executive Director of the Parliament of the World's Religions, express my gratitude for being invited to attend, to participate, and to speak at this centennial celebration of the life of Swami Chidananda and his awesome contributions to the life of our whole shared world. My colleagues on the staff of the Parliament present here this afternoon, and I thank you for including us in this remembrance of such a towering and inspiring leader of worldwide spirituality and interfaith movement, of which we are privileged to help advance through our work at the Parliament. Swami Chidananda, of course, is one of the most revered leaders in our own history as a Parliament. When the decision was reached in the late 1980s to reconvene the religious leaders a century after the historic first gathering here in Chicago in 1893, the planners of that event, that centennial event, readily invited the Swami to be a part of the preparation. One of the founding board members of the Parliament back then still remembers working with the Swami, Leilani Smith of the Baha'i faith. She wrote me about this as follows, and I quote, "I worked closely with Swami Chidananda as we formed the Council for the Parliament of the World's Religions and nurtured it through the early years in preparation for the Centennial Parliament in 1993. It was his faith and his vision that helped establish the Parliament of the World's Religions, and he is enjoying the reward of his labor in the heavenly spiritual realm as we remember him now and for many years to come." End of quote. Another trustee of the Parliament of that early period, Pradami Desai, has written, quote, "Swami Chidananda of the Divine Life Society was one of India's leading saints. I recall that Swami was invited to be a part of the Assembly of Religious and Spiritual Leaders at the Parliament in 1993, and was also selected to be one of the 12 honorary presidents of the Parliament. Swamiji's life mission was to seek the divine in all. In celebrating Swami's life, perhaps this is the one aspect that ought to be highlighted. Just as he sought the spark of divinity in all, so too we must be inspired to find that aspect of divinity in all of humankind, irrespective of caste, religion, color, or sex. Our current vice chair of the Parliament's Board of Trustees, Dr. Kusumata Peterson, remembers the Swami as a revered figure not just in India, but around the world. And here I quote, "one of the outstanding and most respected Hindu spiritual leaders of the last century, 20th century." My predecessor, the first executive director of the Parliament, Dr. Daniel Gomez Abanez, we have talked together about Swami Chidananda and his role at the 1993 Parliament. He confirmed what others had reported about him in that 1993 event. But he went further to comment on the impact the Swami had in his own personal life. Daniel told me, "He was a genuinely holy teacher, a giant and completely unselfish spiritual leader in the world. Swami Chidananda was the real thing." I began these remarks with you this evening by saying not just how honored I was to be invited, but also how it gave me a sense of humility to participate. I mean that in two ways. I am humbled because of the distance between myself and this truly great leader in the world's religions. I am humbled because I stand in awe of him. But there is a second way I am humbled. That's because every single testimony about the Swami prominently mentions that one of his most distinguishing characteristics of this great man was his own humility, his own lack of self-importance and lack of self-promotion, his not seeking the center of the stage, his care for others, not himself, whatever their rank or status. We honor Swami Chidananda by following his example, by being humble ourselves, yes, by recognizing the divine within us, but also by recognizing the divine in others. In following his examples, we too can be, in Daniel's words, the real thing. Thank you.